Hello and welcome. Welcome everybody. This is Star Trek Adventures. We are tabletop anthologies. We just had a discussion about this before going live. And I think what we're going to do for the future is we're going to try and go through all of the different ways we can say it. So maybe next time it'll be tabletop Trek Star. Something done like that. Awkward. No silence. And welcome. We're back with That Which Is Unknown. So this will be episode 2. They met with a scientist that was testing a quantum torpedo with the help of the Starfleet. And then they went to go test it, and some Klingons decided they were going to show up and crash the party. And then they dipped when Lieutenant Commander Thrall decided to throw them some piloting maneuvers. And so that's where we are. We'll go around and introduce everybody first. Our XO, Commander Maricadi, played by Tabletop Tony.
That's me. Happy to be here.
And our science officer, Commander Kullat, played by Hades.
Greetings.
Greetings. On Conn, the man behind the flight and the stick, Lieutenant Commander Thrall.
Salutations.
The guy that knows how to fix everything, whether it's with duct tape, super glue, or a paperclip, in engineering, Lieutenant Commander Caval.
Andorian.
And lastly, Lieutenant Junior Grade Andal Grax, our Chief Medical Officer, played by Severi.
Good evening, Admiral.
You did have a nickname, but I'll save that for the rated R version of the game. Rated R version of the game. So we'll go back to our space map, where the Klingons decided they were going to dip out once Thrall brought the surprise right up on the grill. And then once that happened, they warped out, and this is where we left off. So, without further ado, go ahead and play your adventures, gentlemen.
You're muted. What's the status of the Klingons? Are they still in our nearby space? Kullat, on sensors. I think. I don't actually know where you were, but I hope so.
Yeah, he's in operations, so that would be something he could handle. Or even Thrall, because he's a Conn, he has the same ability.
Sure. Well, Commander, Lieutenant Commander, see if we can get any readings on these birds of prey. Caval, see if we can get a lock on the missing torpedo. Make sure it's
missing.
Still there.
How do we know it's missing, Commander?
Metagaming, probably.
Should we ascertain the status of the derelict freighter?
Affirmative. We want to make sure that the torpedo's still there. Schrodinger's torpedo.
Okay, so you called out a couple orders. What would you like to do first?
Right. Okay. For the mechanics of the game, I'll have Kullat locate the vessels, the Klingon vessels.
Okay.
Because they're not here anymore, right? Sorry, I guess I thought
No, they
last
warped
time
out. They warped out of here.
They
Yeah.
warped out. Okay.
There's in Star Trek. There's not typically any way once they're gone to like track them, right?
No, there
The
is.
warp signature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll scan for the warp signature, see if I can get anything on what sector, where they'd be going.
Okay. That'll be a control and con ship assist of sensors, science and sensors.
Enthurs.
Okay. You're right. The first time. I got the ship.
And
Can I take an action, Admiral?
You can, certainly.
I'd like to check the status of the repair crews that were sent out and our shields, what they're currently at, and our power.
Okay, so that'll be a easy, quick update. So first, to check on the status of the team, you can just do a presence in command, difficulty 0.
And I'm gonna use a focus on my roll. I have a focus of warp engines, so I assume that would assist me in checking for warp signatures.
Yeah, and don't forget, players, other players, you can all assist if you feel the need to. So Turg, you being a Conn, you have the ability to utilize sensors as well, but more as a ship aspect. So using the trails that you find to plot courses, helping Hades or Kullat track those warp signatures, things like that. So those are always options too.
2 successes, Admiral.
Where he is. Okay. And 2 successes for Kullat. So we'll start with Kullat real quick.
I get 3 with the ship assistance.
So we re-roll into the ship's dice as
Oh,
well.
I see it.
for
Okay,
your,
thank you. Yeah, I didn't see it right
your
above
reroll.
that technical expertise. Okay. So you have 2 momentum. What do you want to do with that?
Extra information and bank the other one.
What are we at currently?
Add momentum.
Yeah.
You are now at 9.
So are we going to that? Are we making a slow, gradual transition to a 6 cap, or are you just?
No, I'm gonna leave it in for this this scenario, and then I'll probably cap it for the next one. So it forces you guys into that, and it's not changing
Gotcha.
in the middle of the game.
Roger that.
Can I?
So I sent you a message, Hades. Give me 1 second, Grax. So
Okay.
the Thok, that's basically you have 2 momentum for that, and so you're easily able to contact your repair crew and ask them for an update.
And they say,
Oh, I was waiting for you to ask me.
this is Lieutenant Commander Cavall. Status, please.
Lieutenant Commander, we have repaired any damage to the shields, and our power is actually refilling as we speak. There's no more damage. There's no damage to the ship itself. We're just working on regenerating the power of the ship, sir.
So no structural or systems damage.
Correct, sir.
So if we need to re-engage with these Klingons, short notice, we'll be able to do so.
We're ready to go, sir.
Very good. Carry on. As you were.
Roger that, sir. I'm out.
Cavall out.
Okay.
Commander Maricadi,
Yes, come in, Commander.
the heading of these Klingons is into Romulan space. I do
Those
have
bastards.
that heading. Should you be interested in following?
Roger that. Save that location. We'll continue to address the situation here. Thank you.
Grax, you had something?
Yeah, can I scan the ship to see if there's any boarders that got on, or would we have alarms going off right away for that?
You would have sensors tell you that, but you never know.
Well, hold on.
Yes,
Do you mean our ship, or do you mean the freighter?
Our ship currently.
They'd have to get past shields.
Yeah. It's
But-
Okay.
it's not possible, man. It's not possible.
But
Then
certainly
I
if-
would, just
okay.
to be useful, I'll scan the freighter then for any boarders still remaining there.
Okay. And that's going to be a reason and security. And
Oh,
ship...
and just wanted to be clear, that was from Rhinoc.
Yes, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. Yeah. So reason and security, and ship's sensors and security. This will be a difficulty 2.
And I have a focus in shipboard tactical systems. Would that be applicable to the systems I'm using here?
I guess if you could explain how you might use it, I see it more as a way to attack and fight, and gain like a tactical advantage. But if you can adequately explain, you know what I mean, that's the whole premise of Trek, is you make shit up or you make shit seem like it goes into it. You know what I mean? So you tell me.
I would be using those systems that focus on anything that I would think would be like the best tactical places for someone to be hiding some borders, and that's where I focus the searches.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Then go ahead and use your focus.
Wow.
Whoa.
Let's see.
But most
And-
importantly, is the torpedo still on the ship?
He was scanning for Klingons. So you'll have to do that in a minute. How do you want to do that success? How do you want to do those 2 momentums?
Bank one and more information for the other.
So, with your scans, you are able to not detect any life sign on board. Further, with your extra abilities and skills, thanks to Judge Wolf for the bonus dice, you're able to determine that there was no life signs present on board that ship at all since we've been there.
So,
Captain, we have the warp signature scanning of the enemy Klingons in Romulan space. We haven't determined the status of the torpedo yet. What are your orders?
He stands up and, does the normal captain adjustment on his uniform, and he says, "Number 1, it sounds like the ship is repaired. Let's figure out if that torpedo's still on board. I need to report this to Starfleet Command. They need advised of the current position. I'm going to go to my ready room and speak with them. Once you have an update, if you could update me."
Roger that. Lieutenant Commander TAC Thrall, see if you can get us any scan signatures on that torpedo.
Already on it.
Okay, so you're looking for the torpedo itself, the quantum torpedo?
That would be correct, sir.
Okay. Then that is going to be a reason in science and sensors in science. And that's going to be a difficulty 1 because you had the torpedo aboard, and Kullat had made scans on it prior to you delivering it to the freighter. Yeah, I said it right this time too.
Wow.
It is.
well, if they didn't beam onto that ship, there's no way they could have beamed the torpedo off because Commander Kullat and my anti-torpedo beamed out. Shut up, Hades. Beam out block would have stopped that.
I don't
Beam
remember.
block. TM.
Yeah, beam blocker.
I didn't
We
remember.
worked really hard on that.
I didn't hear you guys use it. So, Lieutenant Commander TAC Thrall.
That second roll was a sensors and science. Is that what you said?
Yeah, so reason in science and sensors in science on the ship
Oh,
assist.
for the ship.
Yes.
I didn't do that, sorry.
Well, you
Okay. So with
You
that,
can nullify that. You can nullify that complication with 2 momentum. Just saying. This is true. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, we have momentum to spend.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we do. Got plenty.
okay. All right. Are you doing anything else? You want
That. No, that's it.
Okay. So you run some scans on the derelict freighter, and you, due to your diligence and hard work, you do it several times because you're not understanding the findings that are returning to you. And those findings are saying that the torpedo is not there.
Commander Maricadi, these readings seems to me like the torpedo isn't in the freighter anymore.
Oh, damn it, those bastards must have taken it into Roblin space. Thank you, Lieutenant Commander. Captain, the torpedo's in the hands of the Klingons in Romulan space. Do I have your permission to follow them?
So as you're talking, in the space that you're at, 4 Takaran warbirds show up, and they actually start to hail you.
Yes. On screen.
On screen is one of the fleet commanders of the Takarans, and even though they've arrived a little too late, they're a little bit heated, and you can kind of tell by their awkward facial expressions that they have. And right out of the gate, he doesn't even give you any chance to speak. He just looks at you and he says, Is this what we can expect from assistance when we work with Starfleet? You just let Klingons swoop in and attack your borders. They're clearly not as secure as you thought.
This was a calculated strike. Where were your warbirds when we needed them most? But alas, this isn't.
Oh,
this isn't
snap!
placing blame. This isn't the cast. This isn't. Damn it! You fucking distracted me.
They already know what's going on.
This isn't a matter of who's better here. This is not a competition. The warbirds have been located. This is their warp signature. Are you going to meet us and take back what is yours?
Where are they?
Sending it now.
So you send what, the
Basically.
the headings and the findings that Kullat had done?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Commander Maricadi, isn't it interesting that they already know what happened when they've just arrived and we've not spoken to them?
Oh. Mute.
So, the screen's muted, and you can see him.
Kullat, you raise an interesting concern. Unmute.
And why were the Klingon
What is your
ships
answer?
heading to Romulan space?
We don't have the answers for you. We don't have the answers for you, but when we do, you'll be the first to know.
Did they get it?
And I just
Did they get the Klingon?
Yeah,
Cut.
we're dead. You're right.
cut.
We're dead.
Cut.
Okay. All right. So, once you cut it, the all 4 ships they race off, and they race off in the direction that the Klingons' head went as well. So, sorry, it was 6 ships, not 4, and looks like they're prepared to go to war.
Doctor, is the doctor still on board with the torpedo?
Dr. Jabren?
Yeah, Jabren.
Yes, and he also doesn't look quite happy.
Yeah, he deserves a punch in the mouth.
What say you, Dr. Jabrin? How would have your people known that the torpedo was missing before us even informing them? as soon as we knew, it was like they came in on the dot. You see how this might be very concerning. Doctor?
Well, Commander, you see, they showed up, but they didn't mention anything about the torpedo. They just said, you let the Klingons swoop right in and attack, which I kind of agree. They just kind of swooped in. And now we've just learned what? My torpedo's gone?
Right, how did they know that they swooped in when they weren't here to witness it?
I don't know, Commander. You've got all this fancy technology. What does it tell you? I'm standing here observing you. Let my torpedo just get
I don't
taken.
quite like your attitude.
Security
Personnel, please escort Dr.
pacing.
Bryn to a isolated cell. Or a shelter. Isolated dorm, not cell. Sorry.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I'm angry.
Wow.
Okay. So,
I don't like what he has to say.
hang on one second here.
Well, he's pronouncing it wrong anyways. We all know it's pronounced torpedo.
I was just about
is
to approach
correct.
him as Rhinoc.
I was gonna approach him about that. It is torpedo.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do not harm him, but keep him under watch.
Okay, so,
Are we following him, Commander?
well, hang on one second.
Hmm.
So, as the two random security guards walk up to grab Jabrin, he actually is able to bolt through them and get through the door and take off. And due to the high or the extremely high fitness of them, you or the security crew aren't able to stop them. They zip past. He goes through the ready room. He goes out the other end, and he's running down the hall.
Oh, my God. Attention, all decks. We have a Dr. Jabrin running down the halls past the ready room. We please apprehend him, seal the corridor, and apprehend him.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I seal him off?
Yeah, you can try. Let's see.
That's like an actual ship action, right?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to look that one up. 1 second.
Yeah, internal containment fields. Reason security task assisted by the ship's structure security.
So what was it? Reason and security?
Yeah.
And structure and security?
Yeah, for the ship.
Okay. So, so this is actually going to be a two-part role because one, you need to figure out where he's at first, and then two, we'll do the structural security part. So,
It's just, is he like really gone, or is he just now ran out? Because I was just going to seal off the areas right next to where we are at currently to keep him.
he ran out of the ready. He was able to get out of the ready room. Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So the ready room, like if you look on your screen
Right.
here, that's basically the door to the ready room. And then over here
Just
where you don't
running on a
see,
corner.
yeah, is another door to like the corridor. Things like that. So he was able
Yeah,
to just
so-
All right, so let's track him down and then seal off that area.
okay, that'll be to track him will be pretty easy. We're going to do a control and security, sensors and security.
I got the sensors and security on the ship. Okay. Oh, I did science.
Okay. And since it was difficulty 2, you have 1 momentum. Would you like to do?
Oh, because of the ship sensors too.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of that complication if we have enough momentum
Okay.
to take
So
care of that, I guess.
you're able to locate him. He has started into a Jeffries tube, and he's actually located in Junction Point Alpha subsection 2.
Okay, can I just seal him
Teddy bear
right there in place?
You can seal them off in the Jeffries tube, sure.
Okay.
So that was the
Wait a second, I have my
containment fields. Yes.
Have my still hidden in that Jeffries tube. Son of a!
Where did he go? You were doing the internal containment field, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was reason and security, structure and security. This is going to be a difficulty equal to 1. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a difficulty 1. So you're able to... You have 3 momentum. What would you like to do with that?
Just bank it, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so you're able to put up those force fields, and you now have him contained within the Jeffries tubes.
So Reinach would get everyone's attention and point to the screen he's been working at and say, "He's right here, sealed off in these Jeffries tubes."
Security detail. Make sure he's nice and comfortable inside.
Yes, I'm out.
Well, we'll deal with him later. In the meantime, oh, go ahead.
So I had approached the captain pre-mission about when he asked for our schematics and shield frequencies, having a backup. I would go ahead and enact that backup of change our shield frequencies.
Okay. And you're able to do
Nice.
that easily, without any issue.
Now, I don't really let you say anything yet, Kullat, but I'm going to start talking to you. So, Maricadi looks back at Commander Kullat and says, Commander Kullat, can you reconnect to the torpedo if we get in range?
Reconnect, Commander?
That's correct. Reestablish a remote connection so that we may activate the torpedo if necessary.
Would I be able to do that? Would I think I would be able to do that?
So, yes, you would. Give me 1 second here to find it.
Lock the commander in his room. We won't let him know anything.
We did deactivate it, so it can't be triggered.
Right.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to do it, but with that, you're going to need, once again, you're going to need the codes from Jibren to do so. If you didn't
Commander,
say it, I'd assume you did, but
Commander, I would be able to reestablish a connection within a certain proximity to it. However, I might need assistance from Dr. Jibren to counter the deactivation code we already sent to it.
Well, very well. We still have Jibren. Let's see if we can get the information out of him. Perhaps Lieutenant Grax, maybe you could talk some sense into the man. Figure out what he knows.
I can certainly try.
Or,
I'll do my best.
Grax. Grax, you're not here with us, but I'll get on the comms. Look at you playing the supporting guy, but.
Oh, the computer chirp was a little
right.
delayed.
Right.
Then instead you hear, "Of course, gladly."
And then, last but not least, those coordinates. I'm concerned that this might be a trap. So, how long of a warp is our destination? Attack Thrall.
So, you would get that information, Zemp, already from Kullat, since he initially did the scans of the direction, and you could do basically like a like a long range sensor scan to see if you can pick it up, to see where it's at currently, if you want to do something like that.
I don't see the hurt in trying.
Okay.
Why don't we?
Just see how far away it is for us to be in warp to see should go now or should we wait.
Yeah. So he can roll. Give me a quick control and Conn and ship assist with sensors and Conn. And while he's doing that, real quick, Maricadi, did you send a team in after him, after Jibrin, or is he just contained in the Jeffries too?
No, I sent
and you guys just left him there to pound at the blue unseen wall.
We're keeping this humane. So yeah, security detail. I want you to make sure he's nice and comfortable in an isolated cell. Make sure he's fed. Keep a close eye on him. Search for any weapons or any other devices he might have on him. Let him know one of our members are coming to speak with him. But he's safe and he's at no risk of harm, as long as he cooperates.
Okay, so you got 2 momentum, Turg. How would you like to use it?
We will spend 1 in extra information, and we'll bank 1.
Okay. So, with the information that Commander Kullat gave you, you're able to track that they're not too far away. You're probably going to be able to catch up to them pretty quickly, especially with the warp capability of this ship compared to the older Klingon birds of prey that just left. So a rough time, probably less than an hour.
Okay.
Amber, what was the status of the ship that we, I thought we had taken out? It still seems to be spaceworthy?
So, it had damaged systems. It had 2 breaches, which equates to basically loss of 2 rounds. It was 1 away from being completely disabled, which any next hit would have disabled it. It was able to leave, but y'all messed it up pretty good.
Is it lagging by any chance?
You would have to do some scans specifically for that. Yeah, but I guess we could find out.
I think I would like to do that.
Okay. So since Commander Kullat had run sensors during the battle itself, he's going to have some information in the sensor logs in terms of warp signatures and more specifically of each of those vessels. You guys spent a pretty good amount of time on that first vessel. So what I'm going to ask from you then, sir, is give me a engineering. Where'd it go? Yeah, engineering. Sorry. Control and engineering, and then the ship's sensors and science. And this is going to be, since we're honing in on the ship itself, it would normally be a difficulty of 3, but due to the sensor use during the fight, I'm dropping it down to a difficulty of 2.
And can I increase the number of dice in the pool by 1 thanks to JW's gracious gift?
Yeah, you can. And I'm also gonna spend a threat here to increase your complication range. So if you would like to, what is it? Change your complication range to 2 and not 1.
Well, that sucks. And can someone roll a ship for me?
Gotcha. What's the ship one?
Ship was, what did I say? Sensors and science.
Roger.
4 successes. Suck on that, Klingons. Oh wait. Oh, that
Might
was
want
the
to use a couple of momentums on the ship. It's kind of lagging.
So you have 2 momentum.
Use 1 to. Can I use 1 on that complication?
Yeah, and 1 more then.
More information.
Okay, so you're still holding at 13 with that. So you're able to track the 3 ships, and obviously the one that warped first is kind of ahead. The second one is there as well. The third one is behind. They're obviously traveling at warp, probably at a warp 5 I'd have to actually look up what those birds of prey are even capable of. But if those birds of prey are traveling at 8, that one is at 5. So he's not far behind, but he is still keeping up.
Are we likely to overtake him soon?
If you leave, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So
You guys haven't left yet.
We haven't left yet.
No.
Who the
No.
fuck's in charge?
We've been doing scans and studies.
God fucking damn it. Listen, I don't want to fucking warp us into a fucking 3 Klingon battleships. This is exploration vessel.
We were kicking their ass.
So the captain
Yeah,
walks out
3 birds of prey.
amidst a heated bridge discussion, and he looks at you, Commander Kade, and he says, "Number 1, report."
We triangulated that position. The other warbirds are already on their way. However, sir, they seem to have more information on the torpedo and on the Klingons that attacked us than they lead on. And Dr. Bryn has been confined to his room for the time being after a suspicious discussion following the provocation of where these warbirds came from. We don't know for certain, Captain, but it seems that we've been hoodwinked.
You said Dr. Jabrin has been secured in his quarters? I saw him run through here.
That's right, Captain.
What happened?
Well, I confronted him about the his allies knowing more information than normal, and he got very defensive. I then ordered him to be confined, and he started running for the Jefferson tubes, where we isolated him there and then finally apprehended him. It was my call, Captain. I made the decision.
You had the bridge. That's your call, sir, Commander.
What kind of
Sorry. So
what kind of feelings does Andal feel coming off the captain?
Feelings does.
Feelings? Why the fuck are we still sitting here? Feelings, I'm guessing.
Oh my god.
So, are you just taking like what's being kind of sensed, or are you like trying to pry?
No, I'm not trying to pry. No.
Okay. He seems pretty calm about the situation. Like almost like he's encountered circumstances like this before, and it's more of a calm because he knows that he trusts in his crew and that they're making the right decisions.
Commander Maricadi finds that suspicious and then confines him to his quarters.
Wow.
So he looks at the rest of you and he says, "Well, it's quite a bit of a conundrum, don't you think, gentlemen? The
conundrum.
Commander, Captain, may I make a recommendation?
Go ahead, Caval.
That first off, we move the good doctor and confine him to his quarters as opposed to a remote cell, as previously stated.
That's where. Wait, that's where he is.
And that we pursue with all due haste the Klingons and the lost torpedo.
I believe Commander Maricadi did state he was secured in his quarters. Is that correct, Commander?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am inclined to agree with you, Lieutenant Commander Caval. Starfleet's they've responded with, I guess, what could only be described as a terse note. They want us to find out what's going on, and under no circumstances are we to allow the Klingons to leave Federation space with this torpedo, especially if they're headed towards the Romulans. I guess who we might suspect may be involved if that's the direction they're headed.
We no disrespect, Captain, we could even have this conversation while we were underway. Just say.
Oh my god. Full maximum warp, tech Thrall, get us in those coordinates.
He looks up, he smiles. He knows he's Andorian and he can't help it. And so he turns over his head and he looks over and he says, "Zemp, Lay in the coordinates and engage. So, Zent, from you, I need...
Didn't we have another thing that he says instead of engage? I thought we came up with something last time.
I must have
Let's do or something.
must have forgot it on purpose. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. All right, Zemp. Let's see here. Oh, you already did it. Control and Conn, my man. Ships. Ship, do me a Conn and engines, please. Conn and engines.
On and engines.
Conn and engines? Anybody?
Good job.
Bueller?
Hang on, we're doing one more time.
Bueller?
My bad.
There it is.
All right. So you are able to do that. I assume you're just going to want to bank that. There's really no momentum use for the...
Can we have a new stream rule? Every time someone says bank, we all drink?
Oh, yeah. Bank.
I'm down.
Oh, crap.
Look at that. All right.
We're all
So
drinking
I am going to
juice.
cap our momentum at 15. You know,
Jesus.
I don't...
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you got quite a bit more than you should. So you're welcome.
Like 30?
What a
How much
guy!
threat do we
What a
have?
GM this guy is. So that is not an issue for you, Turd.
How many
you are
threats
able.
do we have?
You have 5, I think. 6.
Can we use those to cancel?
Only if
So I
I
can
go to use it.
Oh.
I
Okay,
believe.
okay.
Yeah, I'd have to double check, but. So yeah, Zemp. Engage. So you
Now,
guys are
which
racing
level
off.
of warp are we going at?
He initially said 5 because nobody told him otherwise that they're traveling at a higher speed.
I thought they said max warp. Someone said max, didn't they?
Did I say maximum
I-
one?
No, I think Commander Maricadi said max warp.
Oh, well then we are going at 9. So
I did say
We
max
should-
warp.
okay, then we should be able to overtake them
I did.
shortly. Oh, okay, perfect.
I fucking did. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Can we go to 10 and turn into weird slugs?
Yeah. Push it,
yeah.
overclock it.
We're going to find out that you've mated as a slug with the captain.
I don't know what that means, but
Ooh.
it sounds pretty cool.
Is it like traumatic insemination?
I've made it as a slug. Inform the men.
Sev, I believe there is, and I can check that real quick for you. I just forget. Let's see. Page of that. $83.
Well, I wasn't saying you should look up the rules if you don't want to. I just mentioned it.
I thought you were looking for a. No, it's just at the end of each scene it says you lose 1, so I guess I'll take 1
Oh.
away. How about that? You guys can thank you guys can thank Grax for that.
Thanks a lot.
So
Thanks
while
a
you
lot,
guys are trying
Lieutenant
to-
Grax, suck ass.
I was gonna say, what note are you taking down this time? This is probably why.
So, Captain's Log Supplemental. Klingons have brazenly attacked a Federation starship, destroyed, or tried to destroy the freighter. Looks like they've taken off with the quantum torpedo, and cloaked and fled the scene. Believed possibly to head towards Romulan space. There's a lot of questions here that we don't have enough time for straight answers. It sounds like Jabrin wasn't interested in giving them to us either. Our orders from Starfleet were clear. Provide whatever assistance was needed from the Takarans and ensure the successful completion of the fleet field test, ensuring no other powers, specifically the Romulans, involve themselves.
So when he does his little reports, do the rest of us kind of stand around awkwardly?
Yeah, you know what? He does it right in front of you. He does this one right in front of you.
Andal just stares at him the whole time.
I mean, are we supposed to applaud?
What star date is it?
Yeah.
Well done, Captain. Well
You
done.
should.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, Kaval. I appreciate that. Number 1.
Captain?
If you could send some officers down and question Jabrin, let's see if we can get some insight while we catch up to our Klingon friends.
Affirmative, Captain. There should be a security team and some personnel arriving to interrogate them shortly.
Commander.
Is it someone with a high commander skill? What is it? Command skill?
Oh yeah, you talking about using the security personnel? No, the captain wants somebody from the bridge to go.
Oh.
He said officer.
Oh. Well, I want Andal Grax because isn't he our guy that talks to people?
He was currently playing the supplemental character Rhinoc.
Oh, I know. I mean, is Andal Grax
So he's
somewhere?
security,
Or
yeah.
two, make him break some bones, peel some
Oh,
fingernails.
sure.
Wait a
okay,
second.
Sure.
I thought he was
Kill him.
Betazoid. Shouldn't he go along anyways to pick up on?
You should have Sev playing
Like,
both
yeah.
characters, and they
Play
both
both
go and
characters?
interrogate him.
That's a
I was
great
waiting
idea,
for that,
and they should have a
honestly.
conversation
Oh.
with themselves.
Yeah, make Sev play good cop, bad cop with himself.
We're gonna change just the screen. There are gonna be 2 pictures of
With
Seb,
the
and one's
self.
gonna be reversed.
Oh,
So-
Hi, Sev.
Put me on the screen twice all the time now just to play both characters.
So if you want to play Andal, that's fine, but somebody else is gonna have to take over Rhinoc.
Okay.
That aside, Captain, I would like to prepare perhaps ordnance to take out the slower-moving Klingon vessel. We don't have the time to stop and engage with them. They're just a distraction, but we also want them to. We don't want them to come up upon us if we find ourselves in some sort of set battle. So I would recommend some sort of torpedo with an ordnance. Just take them out in warp.
Some sort of what, Commander?
Torpedo.
That's what I thought you said. Those are excellent ideas. Zemp, once we get readings that we're within range of the struggling Klingon ship, please alert us. And he'd look over to Rhinoc. He'd say, have those torpedoes ready. So once we get out of warp, we're going to take them out.
We don't actually need to drop out of warp to.
Yeah, you
We
can,
can-
right? Yeah, you can still fight in warp, right?
We can, as we pass that Klingon, the wounded Klingon bird, as we pass them, the extent of our warp bubble, we can fire off the torpedo.
All right, I'm down with that. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It is a thing.
Yeah. I just didn't remember it. I even think it was in TNG. I just don't recall.
Yep.
Okay. So, Andal, is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna go and question Jabrin, or
Yeah.
you gonna take Rhinoc?
I think I'll go with Andal, but it's whoever the commander wants to send.
Turg, would you like to play the Klingon? Tactical officer?
Sure.
Okay. He's just a Klingon, just gruff and feisty. Doesn't like other people. And just think security role, tactical, things like that. Does that
What's
work
his
for you?
motivation? What's his motivation, Turk? Get in character.
And action. Okay, so we'll cut to that real quick. I'll take us back to that screen. Andal and Rhinoc arrive to Thrall's quarters, where at the entrance of it is currently guarded by 2 ensigns with phaser rifles.
Phaser rifles?
Yeah. Yeah, they
I would just try and walk on through.
Yeah, they would let you in. Obviously, both of you being there, they wouldn't even question. They would just kind of step aside and walk in, or allow you to walk in as the doors open.
Hey, Admiral, Commander Kullat's freaking me out. Can you tell him to stop casting a hex on us?
Are you doing some sort of ancient Vulcan ritual?
My
What's going on?
camera
Is
was
it?
out of
Are you
focus.
trying? Is it Ponfar time? Are you enticing somebody?
Was bringing it back to focus. Was out of
Were you
focus.
focused? Were you
Focused.
your mind to the stream's mind?
Negative, Captain.
No? Okay.
That's, I'm not a technomancer.
Well. All right. So you both walk in, and Jabrin's in there, and he's pacing back and forth, obviously mad. The quarters that you're in, he tore them up. He flipped desks. He flipped chairs. There was
That's
glass
coming
in
out
there.
of your pay.
He broke it. He is certainly not happy with what's going on.
So is anger the only thing I'm really getting from him as far as feelings go?
You aren't getting anything from him.
Oh, that's right. This guy, is that
There-
their whole species?
Yeah, you cannot
Oh damn! I forgot.
read
Yeah,
their
me too.
mind.
Hey, fuck you!
Ah,
Just beat it out of him.
One,
Just beat it out of him.
one to beam out. I'm pushing the wrong side. Yes, Steve.
Then I would just kind of slowly approach him and say, I'm very sorry for these circumstances, Doctor.
Dun 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 dun.
These circumstances. Your commander accused me from colluding with the Romulans. I almost said Russians.
I mean, you know, it's equivalent.
You know,
The commander is just doing his best to keep everyone safe currently.
and then to lock me in the Jeffries tubes, only to escort me to this room.
Well, only temporarily. Temporarily, you must
So
understand that.
you're saying I can leave?
Someone running free through our ship in such a way, that can't really be allowed. So
There's no running. No running in the hallways.
I didn't see a
Rhinoc here
sign.
had to stop you.
So what is it you're here about?
Well, we're just here to talk.
Oh,
Just want to talk.
just want to talk to him. Just wanna talk.
The commander, as he had said on the bridge, is has his suspicions about how the rest of the fleet was able to follow up so quickly behind the Klingons and know that they had done something here. I believe he suspects you of having outside contact with them and some involvement in this. And we're just trying to disprove that.
As you continue
'Cause
to
I'm on your side.
point fingers at him, or at least make subtle hints, he says, I was on the bridge as everybody else was. Those ships followed us in. They just were slower and happened to show up late.
Just make it easy on yourself and tell us how much they're paying you.
Are there any external, like physical signs I'm seeing of him telling lies here?
Does he have a tell? Does he have a tell? Everybody has a tell.
Give me an insight and security. That's going to be a difficulty of
You guys mind if I spend momentum?
Spend it.
Alright, gonna spend
ahead.
2 momentum on that. And I don't have any focus for it, so. Close.
Close. So he just, in terms of tells, if he does, you don't see it.
Okay.
And don't forget, you, Zemp, can you see Rhinox's sheet? It should be
under
actors, and then go down to supporting characters
supporting
and bridge
characters.
crew. Yeah.
Bridge crew.
Come on,
Yep.
Rhinox. Bad cop. Bad
There you
cop.
go.
Cool.
He's just looking back and forth at both of you.
So I would kind of look towards Rhinox to see if he's got anything to add.
Rhinox kind of looks at him, almost bewildered. Like, do you need me to contain this man?
So looks back to the doctor. Well, is there any further way that you might be able to offer evidence that you could not contact them? You were in fact in possession of our shield frequencies.
Was he?
We don't know what kind of sabotage might have also been done with that.
I thought we never actually gave him the frequencies, did we?
No,
We
we
did.
did.
Oh.
They did, yeah. Well, Lieutenant Junior Grade,
Ooh, snap!
as you can see, your ship's shields held up just fine. Did they not? Those blasts
Could we
didn't
perhaps
penetrate
have-
the shields.
Could we have access to the work you did involving our shield frequencies and why you needed to use them?
No.
Well, Doctor, I'd like to remind you that you are held here, and we're trying to find a way that we don't have to incur further penalties on you.
So, both of you give me a insight and security difficulty 2.
Okay, so I can see the sheet, but I can't interact with it.
Okay. Un moment, por favor.
Deep.
Missions, all players. Try now.
Yep. Got it.
Okay. You can tell, well, actually, I will hold on a minute. And you don't notice anything. Rhinox, on the other hand, maybe it's his training in security and awareness. Maybe it's his basic Klingon instinct. But he can tell that Jibren is extremely nervous, and he's almost kind of starting to wear off.
Watch your hand there, Dr. Jabroni.
Jabroni?
Excuse me, Klingon?
I said, watch your hand.
What other questions do you have for me? Or is this nonsense over with?
Well, Rhinox, would you like to have a hand in convincing the doctor here to assist us?
Certainly.
Break his kneecap.
Did you guys come in with phasers?
I have no idea
No.
if Reinhardt has a phaser. Let me
No?
look.
Probably the Klingon.
I don't think I would.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could get a phaser if you really wanted to bring one in, Zemp. They're all over the ship, just basic access ports. If you felt like you needed to bring one in, I'll allow it. Otherwise, you had the 2 guards out front with the phaser rifles.
Isn't he head of security?
Yeah.
I feel
You know-
like that kind of person would always carry, but
Thematically, probably makes more sense for me to have a phaser, but I kind of want to beat him up.
Okay.
Nice.
So-
fair enough. Hey, that
Going
fits
hand in
character too.
What are you guys doing?
I'm immediately going to try to grab him up by his collar.
I'm gonna step outside while he does that and find a first aid kit nearby to bring in.
Okay. So with their distinct physiology and fitness level, Reinhardt, we're gonna do this. We are gonna go with a fitness and security check. This is gonna be a difficulty 4, and I'm gonna spend a threat for the complication to be 2.
Dun dun
And
dun dun dun
I-
dun 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 dun.
Also, it's going to be an opposed check here because he's squaring off against you now. If you're going in after him, kind of like going to
Yep.
grab it. You know what I mean? Like they do, like wrestling does. They go into a grapple. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's it at here?
I'll use the momentum, boys, if that's okay.
Please do.
Use 2.
Please take 2. No, I insist.
2 scoops in every boxing match.
And there we go. Bring that down. Oops, where'd it go? There it is. Buried. He squares off, and you're able to get in there. So tell me what it is you're doing.
All right, so I go to grab his collar, and he obviously immediately recognizes this, and he tries to sprawl out and jump on top of me. And when he does, I pick him up and land him gently back down on the back of his head.
Okay, so what we're gonna do this kind of like a combat round. Then, where are we at here? So, on your sheet, under belongings, you have unarmed strike. Oh my God, it's 11. All right. You go ahead and roll your unarmed strike there with the little cross swords.
Brent punches and breaks his fist.
Non-lethal and knockdown. Let me look that one up real quick.
So many dice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that you did very nice. Melee. Knockdown. If one or more effects are rolled on this attack, then the target is knocked prone, obviously. Target may resist this effect by adding a number of points to threat equal to... So, no, because that means I have to spend threat. I'm not... Nope, I'm gonna let this one go. Then we'll go from here.
Let it ride.
So, mark his stress down. So you're able to basically suplex this guy down, and he hits the back of his neck, and he's laying there for a second. What are you doing?
Well, I suppose instead of grabbing his collar, my right hand would slip to under his neck and begin to squeeze and call in for Grax, telling him that he shouldn't be a problem, and I think he's going to.
So, describe to me how you're doing that. Show me how you're grabbing his neck.
Okay, so he jumped on me. I had his collar in my hand. I picked him up, slammed him down on his head.
Okay.
Then I stuck my knee into his stomach and put my hand onto his neck like this, and I'm holding him onto the ground casually. Lieutenant Grax,
Okay.
I think it should be fine.
He's gonna try and wiggle out of that real quick, so it's gonna be a quick opposed check. So this is gonna be fitness and security from you, and I'll do a fitness and security from him. How much do I have left? We're gonna spend that. Oop. And I'll let you look. Well, I guess it won't matter. He ain't moving. And he almost looks like he's struggling at this point.
Yeah, so the plan is I'm going to squeeze until I see he starts to go out, and then I'm going to let him go a little bit, let him breathe, and then I'm going to repeat that process until he decides to open his mouth.
Okay. And then if that's what you're going to do, give me one more roll of control and medicine, difficulty 2.
Hot nerd.
All right. Let's use one more momentum, boys.
Yeah, kick his ass.
Kick his ass, Seabass! Did I say 2 or 3? I said 2, right?
Believe so.
So you're able to pay attention to that. He's not going to. You're not overdoing it. You're able to notice when that point is and release, and not injure him. Thanks for the bits, Anonymous Cheer.
Woo!
Okay, so what's going on? Was the medical officer coming back in?
Yeah. Did I find a med kit or some?
Yeah, like phasers
device
and everything else. There's different panels throughout the ship that have those readily available. So you would have one of those available.
Okay, then I would come back in with that, and it sounds like the doctor would be on the floor right now, or what state do I walk in on them on?
Yeah, so you basically see me with my knee in his gut and my hand wrapped around his neck. Oh, hey, Lieutenant Grax, I think you should be much more agreeable at this point.
That's wonderful, thank you. I would look at the doctor. Again, I apologize, doctor, for these circumstances. Would you like to elaborate more?
And he's obviously struggling to speak with giant bear claws around his neck currently. So is Reinach gonna let up so he can speak?
Yeah, I'll let him go and give him a couple, love taps.
So he kind of turns his head like this, and he's looking up at you and all, and he's like, an experimental quantum torpedo was just stolen, which could change the balance of power in this sector. My own government
then I see you understand why we're taking this so seriously.
My own government is tracking them down with a fleet, and I'm in the center of all this. Wouldn't you be nervous?
Of course. And I would also give more information to prove my innocence.
Give me presence.
Or
and security.
perhaps. Okay. Presence and security?
Yes, sir. Difficulty 2.
I'm going to spend a momentum on that.
Okay.
To get another die.
Okay.
No, I don't think you don't think you can.
Too bad.
That's fucked up.
I still didn't get it.
Oh. I'll allow this. Renok, are you when Ando asks that question and Jabren doesn't say anything, do you do anything?
Yeah, instead of leaning forward and having half of my weight on my arm, I suppose I'd put my full weight on his gut.
Okay. So the Romulans, they have no reason to be interested in my people, aside from the fact that we're developing a weapon for possible use by the Federation. These Romulans, they risk violating Federation space and committing an act of war for a simple torpedo. And you can see that he's struggling now. The Klingons there must be responsible and simply trying to make it look like the Romulans are involved. And at that point, it looks like he passes out. And we're going to go back to the bridge crew, which the bridge crew, all of a sudden, they get this. Where'd it go? On their sensors.
Oh no.
And that means that
What do we get? What do we get? What do we get?
the one Klingon ship that was trailing is now within reach.
Yeah, take them out.
Set
Disable 'em.
proton torpedoes to stun.
I don't know that that's a possibility, sir.
We are attempting to
Taste them.
disable, as opposed to destroy.
Are you?
Taste
That's the
them,
plan?
Your Honor.
Yes, yes. Just, we want to take them out of the fight.
Okay.
Wing 'em.
Since
Wing
you
'em,
happen
wing 'em.
upon them, I will let you take the first, because I'm gonna have to treat this like ship combat. So I'm gonna let you take the first shooty shot.
Shooty shot?
Yep.
Can I scan them for weakness before we do that, or would that lose us the?
I would say, based on your guys' skill and ability, that once that they were in sensors range, that you would be doing that. That you would have the ability to do that, and you know what I mean. So you could do that if you would like. I'll allow it.
Yeah, then I'd like to do a scanny scan so we can shoot them in a place that'll wing them.
So you'd like to do a scanny scan of the distance. Okay. Let's find it here.
Yeah, I have to find the ship rules.
Yep, actions, sensors, and operations. So you're going to be scanning weakness. So that's going to be a control and science task. And ships, Commander Maricadi, sensors and security. It's going to be a difficulty of 2. It's normally 1, but because you're in warp, I'm going to up the difficulty to 2.
What's our momentum's at?
You are at 10.
Then I'd like
Use
to
'em.
use one.
Use them.
Okay.
Sensors and security.
Sensors and security, Commander.
Sure.
So that succeeds. Before you guys get down there, the captain would have gotten a communication from
Whoa!
the
What? God! Whoa!
Holy
We just-
shit!
Did we just win?
That's
Is that
a
it?
triple one!
We just won everything.
Holy shit!
And I'll go home.
That's it. I left.
I just found a small
Oh my
exhaust port about
God.
a meter wide.
Like when you were shooting womp rats back on your T-16.
And I actually turned off the targeting computer.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
Before s-
What I was saying before Kullat decided to hit us with his Vulcan skills was one of the ensigns outside of the security room had called the captain after some turbulence was heard inside the room. So he's not on the bridge, Commander Maricadi. You are in charge of the bridge.
Narc.
Roger
So-
that. We're in red alert.
Okay, so with this, oh, you're in red alert? Battle
Isn't that
stations.
what we should be in
Yeah.
combat? Battle
Oh yeah,
stations,
no, yeah.
Go with your gut, damn it, Commander.
I did, and then
He did. He's got us.
Who
So
cares what he says?
Maybe
Who cares what he says? You had it
I
right.
just got worried about it.
You had
like
it
a
right.
first orange alert halfway.
So
up.
normally with the scan and weaknesses, you get a piercing of 2, and which ignores the 2 of the target's resistance. We're gonna make that a 4. Okay, I'm changing a little bit of the rules here just because of this roll. There's 3 1s, so you basically find that the Bird of Prey's shields are down, and you know literally to the T the exact spot that those where you need to shoot, whether it's going to be the phasers or the torpedoes to take him down.
I see a spot on the engines that if I hit it, I know it'll cause a cascade effect and blow all their engines out. It'll be something that they can't repair in the next day. Some long amount that we'd be able to fly back to them.
Nice.
Were you telling me or the
Well,
commander?
You heard the man. Fire when ready.
I mean, describing, you know,
Right.
if that
Out
jives
of
with-
metagame, how the mechanic works.
So, with the head of security gone, Commander, would you like to make the rolls?
Fuck yeah. What do I roll?
Well, it depends. Are you shooting your space phaser lasers, or are you going to be shooting the balls of light that destroy
We'll shoot a photon torpedo. Yeah.
photon
Right
torpedo?
to the back of that. That
I
engine.
like
Right, we're not
your
letting this guy
attitude.
go.
Perfect. So,
on,
this
Commander.
is
You got
this is going to automatically add an extra threat to me. Thank you. I appreciate your efforts.
You're gonna need it.
Come on, Commander.
Okay, and so that's going to be from you a control and security task, and the ship's weapons and security. Again, this is difficulty 3.
Is
And,
it me? I'm like Maricadi is physically pulling the button to just shoot this torpedo right now, right?
Well,
Or am I-
and I want to interrupt you real quick. What Ballard says in the chat about a full spread, that is an option as well. It's called a torpedo salvo. I'm just putting it out there, Commander. You know, your choice.
That's for the next target.
we got a pretty good shot on this one. So.
I think we're gonna
Okay.
kill this guy. I don't want to overkill him.
I don't want to kill him. Try to not kill him, but kill him.
I don't want to overkill him. You know?
Oh, okay. All right. So
Let there be
yeah,
some-
Set across their nose, not up it.
give me that control and security task, and weapons and security.
Roll already. The suspense is killing me.
Difficulty 3.
I'm gonna use my composure to keep cool under pressure.
Yep. Focus.
Yes,
Make sure you click it, babe.
and I'm using momentum.
Come on. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Well,
An 8 and 2 20s. Wait, can
Well,
he
I
use
can,
momentum? Can he use momentum?
Balancing out my roll.
Yeah.
I believe you can only use the momentum to drop the complication if you earn it that turn.
We just fucking killed them, didn't we?
Let's see.
They're dead. You fucking killed them.
They're really dead. Alright, disable their engines.
You fucking killed them.
If somebody could double check that for me, real quick. Momentum is on, here we go, page 83, about using it towards complications. I think you have to earn momentum to get rid of the complication in the roll. But for what I'm gonna do is we're gonna use those 2 complications, and Commander, you're in that seat for a reason. You know, you've earned that rank as a commander, and it shows.
And you killed them.
And you fire off those torpedoes, and they go, and you guys are watching them on the screen, and you hit exactly where Kullat tells you. And the Klingon bird of prey explodes and destroys. So you go ahead and act that out. But those are the consequences, sir.
Alright. I don't know what to say! God damn it! Just watch this bird of prey blow up. Well, the Voton torpedoes were calibrated in... No, I don't know. Okay, in all seriousness. Well, we must press on. It looks like there's a warbird nearby. Can we hail them?
Are you talking about the other 2?
Well, this one. He's on the map.
Oh no, sorry,
They're
I
friendly.
didn't clear everything off. I just pulled it up since we went in a quick combat and warp. That's one of the
That's
Takaran
the
warships.
Jabronis.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jabroni warship.
Yeah, so
Let's
you
keep
two are
pressing
alone.
on
Well,
that.
actually, you are alone now because you've destroyed that ship.
Yeah. I destroyed the ship. I don't really react very... Like, I destroy it, and I kind of look up at the screen, look down at the torpedo, sit there for a second. Thrall, take us to warp to the next set of coordinates for the other 2.
Yes, Commander. Wow.
Yeah, you
Wow.
better, yeah, you better do that before he
Commander, I
blows
believe
you up.
1 torpedo would have sufficed in this matter.
So you guys
You're
aren't
right,
too
Kullat.
far from the other 2 birds of prey. We're going to go back down to the wrestling ring to get an update on our 2.
And
They're down
Lieutenant Caval comes over to the commander and says, "Commander, I just want you to know." Fuck yeah! Oh, rock and roll!
Please, there's no need. There's no need for that, Andorian. I must have misclicked. Damn input lag.
That must have misclicked.
Misclicked.
Should have had a CRT.
Oh shit, that was the salvo? Damn.
Beep, beep, beep.
Left no trace. Back in the room,
At least now they know we're serious, Commander.
Apparently, we're Russia.
Nice.
back at the room where Jabren seems to have gone unconscious, at the door, you hear the...
So wait. Just let's recap, shall we? So, abuse, torture of prisoners, absolute destruction of a enemy vessel in distress. Right? Is that a fair summation?
That's where we're at so far, sir.
Nice.
How are we doing with those Starfleet honor and code and all that jargon?
Listen. Before we go, first, we jettisoned some weapons just to make it look like they were fighting back.
Yeah. What are those ideals, huh? We don't need those. All of a
Just
sudden,
put a
we've gone
okay,
Maquis.
somebody put a photon
That's it.
torpedo in their launch tubes. Somebody put a photon torpedo in the launch tubes. We'll just chalk it up to us being defensive.
With some crack cocaine on the dash.
Oh no.
Little
Drop a
couple of
throwdown,
bottles.
a small 38 or something. Snub nose 38 under the sofa.
Okay, thanks.
You
Thanks.
should open a
Grax.
channel to the next one and say, if you don't want to be like your friend. You know,
Well,
really,
now we gotta
he's
use that in
being
our favor.
thorough to the mission. We're just making sure that torpedo doesn't escape. If that means blowing up all the ships
Hey.
that showed up,
To be fair, I didn't mean to do this.
Whoops. Gosh darn it.
I mean, it kind of looked like you
Say
did,
it.
Commander.
don't worry. We'll sort it all out. Don't worry at all.
Again,
Good
I'm
shot,
responsible
Commander.
for my decisions.
Good shot, Commander.
This is why I let somebody else press the button.
Not to be a bother, but it did look kind of deliberate.
You looked
I
at
love
the
my
non-lethal
pacifist.
button.
There he is.
Anyway,
So
Are we in
outside
work
of the
position?
hallway where the bludgeoning occurs, on the door or at the door, you hear the door chime. So Andal or Rhinoct, you guys doing anything?
I would answer it.
It's the captain. He kind of looks at you. Lieutenant, do you have and he looks down and he's like, report?
Yes, Captain. You can see that the doctor decided to begin an altercation with Rhinoc
Tripped.
here, but
Tripped.
he doesn't seem to have any information that he wants to provide us with that we don't already have, and claims that the Romulans are just trying to make it seem that the Klingons are the ones responsible.
Yeah, Captain, the war crimes are up on the bridge. You're wasting your time.
So you decided that he was gonna fib about what happened?
I'm not gonna fib. I'm gonna own up to it.
Well, technically, he decided that, sir. Yeah.
Just a question. I'll let you think about it for a second.
You guys snitching me out right now?
I'm sorry, Captain. Can you repeat the question?
Report, Lieutenant.
Well, as I said, the doctor here isn't giving us any further information, and he seems to insist that he is not involved in with these Klingons or the Romulans in any way.
And he looks down at the unconscious body, looks over at Rhinoc. There's a little bit of bead of sweat across his forehead. Looks back at the medical officer. And he stares at you for a second. He says, Andal, get him to sickbay.
Understood. I was beginning work right away, and I show him like the first aid kit I have.
See that. And he turns and he walks out and he starts heading back towards the bridge.
All right.
So-
Then I would begin transporting him to sickbay.
Yeah, so that's easy. You don't have to do anything with that.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. And let Rhinoc coup de I can't even say the damn word. Coup de grace. Yeah.
Coup de grace. Okay. I'll flip us to the sick bay here real quick while you examine Tabletop Tony. Yeah, so you have him back in sick bay. Are you doing anything with him?
Yeah, I'm gonna brush his hair.
Well,
Oh
he doesn't.
my
He doesn't have any hair.
Oh, well, I'm making sure he's presentable again. Yeah.
Actually, no, he does. He does have. He's got like that Moses part of the Red Sea look. I can show you. Yeah, I can show
I
you.
prefer to use your most finely bristled comb.
Ooh, okay. So, are you doing anything there, Severian?
Yeah, I
Grax?
would just be doing a typical medical scan to see if see what's wrong with them currently and what I can do to treat them.
Okay. Due to his unique Karan metabolism, that's going to be a reason and medicine difficulty of 4.
Okay.
Now-
Can I use my xenobiology focus on that, since I have expertise dealing with unfamiliar species?
So, I'll hit that real quick. With that xenobiology, then, is there anything that you think you might do before you go to scan him?
I can't. Nothing before I would scan him. I don't think so. I guess I would probably consult the computer and see if there's anything on his species that I could learn quickly before beginning scans, just in case.
Okay. Give me an insight and medicine difficulty 2. Ship assist there, Commander Maricadi of computers and medicine.
So computers, medicine.
Computers and medicine, sir. And let's see it here. One success. So you got 2 successes. And you are able to find some information in the system about the Takarans. They have the ability to slow their metabolism almost at the cellular level that allows them to take large or massive amounts of damage with little discernible effect. It takes decapitation or even complete like phaser disruption to actually kill one. Thus their high fitness and resistance to phaser fire or melee damage. And
So he's
they're
faking
also
it, Turk.
they're
Hit him
also
again.
immune to pain.
Top rope.
Interesting. All right. I would just continue my scans then and act like everything's okay, and then while that scan's going on, I would walk over to Reinach, try and get him to step back, a couple feet from the table where he's being scanned, and I say, whisper in his ear, the Takarans are, their physiology, they're immune to pain. He may be faking his state right now.
Reinach would look Andal in the eye, give him a nod of approval, and go look for the nearest set of cuffs.
Okay, and
And I
you'll
would
be able
just continue. Sorry, go ahead.
to. So since you're still doing your medical scans, give me a reason in medicine difficulty of 2, and then Reinach, you're able to easily find some sort of securing device that you can attach to him within the sick bay. That's obviously something standard due to all the distinct possibilities that and situations that Starfleet might run into during their course and their travels.
Very well. I would, as inconspicuously as possible, walk back up to the bed and attempt to grab up his wrist and cuff it to the bed frame.
Okay. And you're able to succeed in that. Andal, you do your medical scans and you start to get your readouts back, and you notice that parts of his unique metabolism remain functioning, but at a very slow rate. It almost
Okay.
seems like if this was a human, you would think they were dead.
Okay, but it lines up with what I was seeing in that report.
Yes.
All right. So I would be completed with my scans, and the captain didn't really indicate taking him anywhere else right now, so I'm just gonna kind of stand by here for further orders. But I would. Someone clicked into me, or?
Oops. I did. It actually was the captain that was calling for you, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Andor.
Yes, Captain.
We have an update on our passenger.
Yes, and I would step. Is there like a nearby office or something like that in the med bay?
Yeah, you have your own
Stay
office,
close
as
area.
you can see in
Okay.
the upper right-hand corner, nice and plush. Starfleet threads there.
And I would just kind of give a nod to Reinach as I step over to my office. I would say, Captain, I did some quick research on the physiology of the Takaran species, and I found that they had the ability to slow their metabolism and almost enter a hibernation state that may appear to be similar to being dead. They also do not feel pain, so we believe that he may be currently faking some sort of fugue state.
Lieutenant, he's not dead though, right?
No, he is very much alive according to what I've researched about his species and the medical scans that I found.
Understood. Keep me apprised, Lieutenant.
Very well. I will not let on currently that we know about his species and their physiology.
Yeah, let's not play that card yet.
Of course.
Captain out. So we'll go back to the bridge here. And after hearing that, the captain he hails the Takarans himself, the Takaran government. He looks over to Commander Kullat and he says, Commander, can you hail the Takaran fleet
Yes,
and
Captain.
see if they'll answer?
Broadcast on the Takaran language. Hail.
Okay,
Takaran
so
warships.
you're able to hail them with no issue, and they answer, and they're on the screen, and the captain's looking at them, and he kind of stands and folds his hands, and he looks at them and he says, Takaran vessel, this is the USS Surprise. I just want to inform you that your colleague, Dr. Jabren, he's dead due to an altercation on this ship. And they kind of look at him, and if you could tell, they would look almost kind of angry, and he would say, what do you mean dead? I want some answers. And the captain would kind of look back and he would say, we're currently investigating that now. He's in our sick bay, and I have my doctor looking him over. And they kind of cut him off when he says sick bay, and they demand the immediate return of his body, and states an autopsy will not be allowed as a matter of profound religious and cultural beliefs. It's a sacred temple, our body, and it's not going to be dissected from outsiders. And the communications cut out. And that's it. And back on the bridge, back on the bridge, what I need from, is Reinach staying in sick bay, or is he leaving since Jabren is secure? Because you always have the ability to use security officers on a detail as well.
Reinach is head of security, correct?
Correct.
Then he probably would have been made note of the exploding ship.
Yeah, if you're looking for like an update on the battle,
Correct.
yeah, if you call up and ask for an update, I'll let you do that. Go ahead. I'm looking over Commander Maricadi. Is that who you're going to contact? Is Maricadi real quick?
Right.
Okay.
Commander Maricadi.
Go ahead. This is Commander Maricadi.
This is Head of Security Reinach. I would just like to know the status of our altercation with that other ship.
And Caval shouts from the background, "The commander killed them all! Woo!"
He's fucking shotgunning a beer right now. 2 Bud left. Well, unfortunately, due to a arms malfunction on my end, we destroyed the first Klingon vessel, and we are en route to the second.
Arms malfunction? But we just had those checked. Hold on. And he leaves the med bay and starts heading towards the commander's quarters. So yeah, now he's gone.
Are you going back to the bridge? Because that's where the commander's at.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to confront him in person.
Okay, and would you like to leave a security detail with the medical officer, or are you just going to leave him down there with the guy?
Correct. I detail the leading medical officer of at least the information that Reinach would know pertaining to this individual that has been rowdy and had to be contained with these handcuffs.
Okay.
I probably would have taken a few more pairs that I could find around the ship and finished cuffing his limbs to the bed before I leave, and then I'm heading out of the sick bay. Yeah.
Okay. So you make it back up to the bridge, and here, where did that go? So you make it back up on the bridge. So back on the bridge is Commander Maricadi, Kullat, Thrall, and we have Caval there as well. The captain is on his way, but he's not there yet.
So as the door opens, as I walk in, I started my sentence before the door even fully opened. I'll have you know, Commander Maricadi, that we had every one of those weapons checked right before we left for this mission, and I don't believe that it was a arms malfunction. I will check when we get back to the
Lieutenant Commander Thrall, please. I understand.
I am not Thrall. I have a similar voice. I understand. I've been
Sorry.
on multiple
Yeah, I thought you
occasions.
were Thrall.
No. I am Reinach. I obviously look different. Can't you see?
Lieutenant Commander Reinach.
I am not a Grazerite. I have.
Please calm. I ordered the deployment of one proton torpedo into the calculated target of the back of the engines, and I hope to disable them. However, this obviously created a cascading effect that destroyed the entire vessel. When I say weapons miscalculation, it's not on the equipment itself.
It was a perfect kill. Own it.
It's a clean kill.
Carry on, Commander. Just walks off in a pissy rage.
In a pissy rage.
Pissy rage?
Man's pissed.
Correct.
He's not happy.
Punk band.
Okay. 1 second. Since you've taken your spot back at Tactical, Reinach, or do you want to relinquish that back to Sev, since you're going to be at Conn?
I absolutely don't care if you
Okay.
like him back.
Because I'm about to give you 2 roles, so I didn't. If you're going to go back to your original character, then we'll have Sev play the supporting character.
That works out, Captain. Thank you very much.
Okay. Grax, give me Tactical's role, control and security. Difficulty 1, ship sensors. Sensors and security. Thrall, you're going to do the same. control and security, ship sensors and security. And then lastly, Caval, from you, I need a reason and engineering, sensors and science. And I'm going to give you all some information as you roll.
Someone rolling the ship.
Sorry, what was the ship?
For tactical, it was sensors and security, and for Conn, it's sensors and security. So I need 2 of those rolls. Engineering.
Nice.
Yours was reason and engineering, and then the ship sensors and science.
Someone else want to roll the ship?
Yeah, I rolled it twice. Sorry, did you want more time?
Yeah, I
one
need
more
you
time.
sensors and science, sir.
Okay.
And what's the complication range?
Complication is just 1. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's tactical. I'm sending 3 of you, 4 of you messages. Give me 1 second.
Commander Maricadi,
Commander Kullat, go ahead.
I'm reading that the Klingons have dropped out of war. One of their ships is sending out a distress signal, and I am picking up some fluctuations in their red energy readings. They seem to be emitting high levels of tachyon radiation.
Tachyon radiation. What do we know about that?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, tachyons are tied into the time side of the time-space fabric of the universe.
Commander, I can confirm that the high levels of tachyon radiation is in the lethal range.
Have the torpedo detonated itself? Do we know that if the torpedo was responsible for this?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Commander Maricadi, we have reached the Romulan border.
Very well. Are we able to enter the tachyon radiation without harm to our vessel or the people inside of it?
That'll
think
require
about it.
additional readings.
That would be,
Jeez.
just as an engineer, that would be their internal issue, not ours. We have our shields and our own vessel that wouldn't carry over.
Very well. Keep us on the same course.
There we go.
As soon as we see another Klingon, we're gonna do torpedo volleys. Okay.
Let's go 3 for 3, Commander.
Down.
So Rhinox sends the information up to the main screen, if I think that's a thing, but he sends the information off and shows, Commander, there appears to be 2 Klingon ships ahead. One of them is taking a defensive position around the other.
Very
Can we
well. We know the escort mission. Yeah, can we locate the torpedo? I believe is what you're about to say, Caval.
Correct, Commander. Thank you, Commander.
Of course. It's helpful to be on the same page. Let's see if we can get scans from that one it's being guarded.
On the torpedo. So yeah, you're gonna have to drop out of warp, but we're gonna drop out of stream because that's where we're gonna leave off.
What? Oh.
That is where we're gonna leave off for the day. And while we're doing that, if somebody could find me a raid, please. We're gonna go around the bridge here, and we're gonna talk to our officers and see what they're thinking and their thoughts of today's episodes and lack of Starfleet ideals actions. Commander Maricadi, we'll start with you.
Sure. Well, I'm not happy that weren't able to take those Klingons individual, but I don't think anyone takes blame in this regard. I mean, if anyone, it's me because I, commanded the order. But at the same time, I mean, shit happens, for the lack of a better word. If they didn't want to die, maybe they shouldn't have been fighting us.
Oh, snap!
Besides that, we work really well. I'm glad we were able to apprehend Bryn, and I'm afraid that the situation is becoming a lot more political, and that's not good for my rank. So, just for me personally.
And I heard you also put a repair request in on the console that you were at. We fired the torpedoes from.
I did, huh?
You know, just to make sure it's not malfunctioning or something, right?
Well, yeah, just routine check.
Commander Kullat, your thoughts on today?
Well, my thoughts to your thoughts. My mind to your mind.
Nice.
Yeah, so Kullat, he got some good information on the scan of that ship. He wondered for a moment if maybe he called out too good of a target, but you know what? He did his job very well, so he can't blame himself on that one. He just had a natural gift on that one. I don't know. But,
Like 3 natural gifts.
3.
Is it just me, or does that sound a bit self-congratulatory?
He was.
Sounds like a Vulcan.
He was surprised when the ship blew up. He was not expecting that. He figured that it would just be winged, but here we are. So he's looking at these tachyons now, wondering if we're gonna end up in some Freaky Friday episode where we're repeating the same day, or wait, no, that was a body switch. The one with Bill Murray. He's wondering
Groundhog
if we're
Day?
gonna Groundhog Day this one and start reliving the same day over and over. So that's where he's at.
And Lieutenant Commander Zim. Your flying skills took you in, and you can comment on Rhinox's point of view for what you dealt with, and then we'll let Andal do his for when he controlled him.
From Zem's point of view, he's definitely happy with his abilities today, and he's confident that he kept his crew as safe as possible during this excursion. It's horrible whenever I see a life have to be lost, so these next few days might be a little hard, but we'll get through it like we always do here at the fleet. As for Rhinox, that guy had it coming. That's all I have to say.
All right. Then Lieutenant Commander Caval.
I don't feel that the commander did anything wrong at all. He took the shot in a combat situation, and the Klingons paid the price. Obviously, the fates had already decided that it was a good day for the Klingons to die. I honor them, and I honor the commander for having the balls to finally stand up and command. As for the doctor, I have no idea what's going on there. I'm very puzzled. I don't understand why we're persecuting that poor man, or that poor male alien. I'm totally confused on that. I'm trying to leave that to the command staff to deal with and focus on the tasks at hand.
And Lieutenant Grax, Andal Grax. And I don't think you handled Rhinox at all, right? I think at any point.
Yeah, not really. Just
Okay.
a couple of roles for the security tasks. So Andal's probably throughout the whole interrogation that was happening, wrestling with the fact that he can't read any emotions from the doctor. He's probably gone his whole life, be able to feel emotions from people in that way. So it's just like a natural sensation to him. So it probably didn't lend a hand to the interrogation going so well, but he's somewhat satisfied with just being able to follow orders, and it seems that the commander and captain are happy, and that's all he cares about at the moment.
Good. All right. Well, that was our stream. It certainly went in a direction that it went in a direction, guys. So later this week we have Curse of Strahd Friday at 11 p.m. and Delta Green Saturday at 11 p.m. Correct, gentlemen?
Yep,
That's right.
That's fantastic. Any final words from anybody? Our next game is going to be Tuesday, the 28th, same time, same Star Trek time.
Bad time.
Actually, Anthony and I will be at an audition on the 28th, so.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll figure something out. I got an idea. If you guys will both be gone, I kind of have an idea.
Cool.
But we'll see. We'll see.
You guys are gonna fucking rock it.
Yeah, you guys are
Thanks.
gonna kick some ass.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah. With that, everybody watching and hanging out, thanks for Wolf for the drop on the roll. We appreciate the bits that we got from the anonymous, anonymous chipper, right? Anomanon. If you guys stick around, we're gonna go raid Saving Throw Show. See, I could say that correct. Why can't I say our own damn name right? Everybody, until next
Why can't
time.
I say it? I wrote this.
God damn lies. Live long and prosper, everybody.